Hi everyone, I hope you've had a good day so far. This is your daily tarot reading for Thursday, February 21st, 2019. I'm going to go ahead and get started. If you're new to the channel, what I'm going to do is look at your overall energy, your challenges for the day on a couple of different levels, how you can overcome those challenges, and just kind of your end of day energy. So let's get started. What is your overall energy for this day? February 21st, Thursday, 2019, for whoever this reading is meant for. And as always, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your time and for your support of the channel. So what is your energy for this day? Thursday, February 21st, 2019. What is your guiding overall energy for whoever this reading is meant for this Thursday? You have heaven sent. So there is a message coming to you from beyond, possibly someone who's recently passed on or passed on a while ago, and they just have to tell you something. So keep your eyes out for anything that kind of reminds you of someone who may have passed on. On top of that, Heaven Sent comes with a message just to kind of work on opening your third eye. Do any kind of third eye meditations that work for you, whatever, is best for you, whatever makes you feel safe and comfortable. But when you open your third eye, there can be some scary things that start to happen, and it's important for you to just kind of work through that, because I do think that whatever it is that you need to be opening yourself up to, whatever message our higher self or the higher being that's trying to reach out to you, whatever they're trying to get to you, it's going to be something in your benefit, because this card is generally a very positive, joyful kind of energy. And then of course we have the 3-3, which for me, 3 is the number of divinity. If you practice Christianity, 3 represents the triple God, or the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. For me, it represents the Mother, the Maiden, and the Crone, as well as the Father, the Warrior, and the Sage. Throughout history, the number 3 has been a number linked with divinity, linked with higher powers, with deity. And so it always makes me feel that especially with this card, the message that's coming to you is from somewhere higher and more powerful than what we are, and it's somewhere, it's a being of love, it's a being of care, it's a being of wholeness and fullness, and being aligned on those 3 levels, on your physical level, your spiritual level, and your mental mind level. Okay, so just try to work on being aligned in those areas. And like I said, whatever message you get, whatever, either it's going to be someone that has passed on, or it's just going to be your higher self, or your guardians, your guardian angels, your guardian spirits, whatever you want to call them. They're trying to get a message to you. So let's see if we can learn a little bit more about what that is by looking at your aspirational energy. So this can always, or often, I shouldn't say always, but this often tells us a little bit more about what your overall energy card is, and it also tells us what you can hope for and what is your best possible outcome if you're able to overcome your challenges for the day. So what is your aspirational energy for whoever this reading is meant for Thursday, February 21st, 2019? What can you hope for? What is your best ideal outcome if you're able to overcome your challenges and you are on the right path? What can you hope for? What is your aspirational energy for whoever this reading is meant for? Please and thank you. Strength. Okay. So like I said, it's possible that someone has recently passed on, but whatever messages you're getting, and even if it's someone from the past and you're just kind of thinking about them and feeling emotional about them, whatever messages you're getting, just have strength. You'll be able to get through this situation. This is something that you really need to try to rely on your inner strength to get through. Remind yourself of some of the things that you've been through in the past and how you've made it through those things. Remind yourself of the fact that you're still here today. However old you are, you've survived that many years, and that is something to be proud of, and that is something to keep holding on to and reminding yourself of, because your strength is going to guide you through whatever you're experiencing. And it could be something that's very positive, whatever this heaven sent message is. It could be that what you're experiencing is just change or something that's very positive in your life. But either way, you need to draw on your inner strength to continue forward. And you're going to probably, since this is in your aspirational position, feel a lot stronger. You're going to feel a little bit more capable of relying on your inner strength, a little bit more knowledgeable about what you're able to handle and what you're not able to handle. Okay. So let's see what is challenging you on the physical level. This could be concerning your job. This could be concerning your finances, your relationships, your physical health, your physical just kind of experience, So what is your challenge for today on the physical level, Thursday, February 21st, 2019, for whoever this reading is meant for? What is your challenge for this day? Thursday, February 21st, 2019. You have the Ace of Coins. So it might be a financial situation that you're dealing with where you're kind of either worried about where your money is going to come from, or you're spending it unnecessarily. You are because this is such a positive card, usually, in your challenge position, I do think it has to do with you feeling either that you're not going to be able to be a success in whatever you're trying to do, or like your endeavors are just, and I mean financial success, so like a career, maybe you don't like your job, or maybe you're worried you're going to lose your job. Maybe, like I said, you're spending money that you don't have, or money that you don't need to be spending that you could be using for other things. Maybe you're just struggling with general money management, but whatever it is, I do think it has to do with your finances. I do think that what you're experiencing right now is just kind of feeling like the financial success you are trying to achieve is really out of reach. It's something that, you might even be feeling like it's a dream, like it's just an imaginary thing, and you're giving up on the possibility of being financially stable. Or even though you're not necessarily giving up, you're knowingly making the wrong choices financially. You're knowingly spending money where you shouldn't be spending it. You're spending your resources, even if it's not necessarily money, it's your time, it's your energy. You're spending all of your valuable resources in places that are not going to help you improve your life. They're not going to help you improve your financial status, and they're not going to help you feel good about the direction you're in, because this isn't, like I said, your challenged position, which to me means, the opposite of success. It means self-sabotage. It means failure. It means fear of failure, expecting of failure. Okay, so that's kind of what you're suffering with. Let's see how you can overcome this challenge. How can you, whoever this reading is meant to help and guide, how can you overcome your challenge on the physical, earthly realm? How can you overcome your physical challenge for today, Thursday, February 21st, 2019? How can you? Please and thank you. So you have the Ten of Pentacles, and you have the High Priestess, okay? So I do think this is a message to kind of really look at what you want out of life, what you're trying to achieve, what you think is important, and then kind of try to lean in that direction. Really start to try to see your life as an abundant life, because I think a lot of what you're feeling is really based on your actions and your choices right now. Even if, it's like you're losing a job, then you can put in the effort to either complain and whine and cry that you're losing a job, or like be upset and like file for unemployment, and for 5 years spend your life saying things like, I got laid off, so that's why I'm in this position, or like blaming other people. Or you can say, all right, well, if I'm losing my job, like if I know in a couple of weeks, or it just happened, what can I do now? How can I get back into a position where I feel stable, where I feel safe, before, without spending as much energy on feeling down in the dumps. Try to take it as a gift. Try to take it as a message, that this is something new for you to pursue. It's a new direction for you to move in. Um, and I think, once you are able to accept that what's happening is happening for a reason, that whatever financial situation you're in, you are in the power to change it. But that really, I think, means changing the way you're approaching it, and really listening to your intuition about what matters to you and what you're capable of. Listen to your intuition, because sometimes our conscious mind would rather tell us that we are not capable of something that we actually are really good at, or that we actually could make a life out of. I've known people who were like, I know someone who's really, really good at cooking a very niche type of cuisine, and everyone like told her for years to start her own company, and she finally did, I believe. But it took so long for her to believe that she could do it, and it's very niche. It's for health reasons that it's because she has to eat certain things, so she made food, and then the food that she makes is delicious for everyone, whether or not you have these dietary restrictions. And that's just a brilliant idea, but it took her years to accept that that was a gift for her. And the same could go for a lot of people. For me, it took me years to accept that my career path wasn't what I thought it would be. And that's just because I didn't listen to my intuition, because I knew what I loved doing, and I've loved doing these things for so long, but I never thought of it as something I could pursue or something I could make a life out of. And I think you're in that position too, where you're not listening to that intuition. You're not listening to yourself, to your body, to your loves, right? So really spend some time thinking about what you love. Think about what's important to you, what you've been doing your whole life probably that you're good at, and then really put in the effort towards making that something that can bring you stability, that can bring you financial stability, okay? Not just, it's really, really good to do it because it feels good, yes. But if it's something that you can see yourself doing consistently all the time, that even when it gets hard and exhausting and suckish, you don't want to quit, then that might be something for you to consider pursuing, okay? Like I said, listen to your intuition and then put in the energy towards making that fruitful for you, because I think that's kind of the direction you're going, all right? So let's see what is challenging you under the surface. This is your emotions, your spiritual challenges, your mental challenges, your thoughts, your mindset. So what is your challenge today for whoever this reading is meant for Thursday, February 21st, 2019? What is the mental, emotional, and spiritual level challenge for whoever this reading is meant to help and or guide, please? You have the Four of Swords, right? So again, we have this feeling that you're not stable, that not only do you not feel financially stable, but you don't feel spiritually or emotionally or mentally stable. You feel like emotionally you may be kind of erratic or going back and forth between feeling like you're in a safe place and feeling like either someone's out to get you, the universe has it out for you, failure is imminent. And that's kind of how you're feeling. You're just kind of worried about like everything seems like it's kind of very random. And for some people that's totally fine. For you at this time, you're feeling kind of stressed about it. You're like, if it's all random, then what's the point? What makes sense? And that's a totally valid fear. But because this is your challenge position, you're feeling a little bit, like I said, unstable. You're not really sure what to make of how your life is playing out, like whether, like, especially if this is something sudden that has made a change. And I do feel like that's possible, that there's something sudden that's really just changing in your life. And you're not sure how to navigate the situation. You're not sure what to think of it. You're just kind of scared, and you're kind of worried that the floor is gonna fall out from beneath you. Okay, so let's see what you can do to overcome that challenge. How can you overcome your challenge on the mental, emotional, spiritual level? This challenge of everything seeming to be a little bit less stable than you are comfortable with. Everything seems kind of sudden or random or unexplainable, and it's stressing you out, it's worrying you. You're afraid of the consequences or the people who might have it out for you, the universe that might have it out for you. You're afraid of things and what they could mean or what they don't mean. You're just kind of feeling very, very much like you're not on solid ground. So what can you do to get back on solid ground? How can you overcome this challenge, please? Oh, interesting. So I'm going to put that down, and I'm still going to pull 2 cards. But the Ace of Pentacles popped out, right? So that was in your physical challenge position, and it like literally flipped over in my hands while I was shuffling the cards. So we've got you here with the Ace of Pentacles. And I do think that, you know, you're kind of at this point where you're feeling a little bit paranoid about how the universe seems to be out to get you, how other people might be out to get you. But because this is an overcoming card and it popped up while I was asking how to get back into stability, this is a very positive energy. You know, it's saying to believe in whatever it is that you're, when they say listen to your intuition, whatever it is that you're going to pursue, whatever it is that you're getting these intuitive messages from your higher self or your passed on loved one or whoever, you're going to make it through it. Okay, this is a message that you're going to be able to survive this. You're going to come out of this healed. You're going to come out of this better. But I do think that this is also a message to really try to get grounded. Go out in nature, sit under a tree, literally hug trees, do something that connects you with the earth, with the living, breathing earth, and really just kind of find a way to recenter yourself so that you can have that focus that you need again, so that you're not caught unawares by any weasels or beings that don't have your best interest in mind. And also, again, we have the 2 with the High Priestess. So I do think that there is a need for working towards stability, both on your physical, financial level and mentally, because if you're not mentally stable, which we are seeing is something you're dealing with, if you're not emotionally stable, it's going to make it a lot harder for you to achieve the things that you're trying to achieve. But with the 2 of Cups, I do think it's telling you to try to find a middle ground with yourself, with these kind of fears of everything falling apart and everything kind of not being stable, this kind of worry about your job or worry about your finances or your physical grounding. You need to find some sort of middle ground between that and the grandiosity that I think might sometimes come into play for you. And I don't know why I'm getting that, because the cards aren't really saying that, but it is possible that you have this, it's either black or white, it's either failure or total success instantly. And I think you really need to find some way to moderate your thinking, moderate your expectations here, and know that, you know, this kind of negative thought, this everything sucks, it's somebody else's fault, everything's falling apart, the world's gonna fall out underneath me if I just take one step outside, this kind of fear that you're doing, it's self-imposed. It could be that, you know, like, you don't think of it as self-imposed. You're really kind of in this position with the 9 of Swords. I often feel like it's someone who is locked in a room that she can get out of, but because someone else told her that she can't get out, she's believing it, and so she starts to feel safe in this place, even though she could walk out. she could leave this space, but someone told her it wasn't safe outside. So you're kind of in that position where you're feeling like something or someone outside of you has made you believe that it's not safe to move forward or to try to jump out of your comfort zone. And I think with because the Four of Swords essentially says the same thing in your challenge position. I think that is something you need to consider, that you are putting yourself in this position, that whether it's because you're letting your thoughts run rampant and you're not necessarily spending enough time to change the way you think. And that doesn't mean, like, it's easy to say, I want to change the way I think, and then do nothing. People do that all the time. Negative thinkers are so consistently saying, I don't want to think this way, but then they take no real steps to change, okay? And these include actual things. These include, like, not just waiting for the negative thoughts to come up to tell yourself something positive, but writing down positive things. These include specific exercises and meditations that are meant to help you train your mind towards a more positive thought, or a more realistic, even more objective thought. Because quite often when we're in this place of kind of negativity, of kind of feeling like we're stuck because someone else wants us to be stuck, feeling like trying to change our life for the better is going to cause more trouble than it's worth. Often when we find ourselves in this kind of mindset, it's not realistic. We're not looking at it objectively. We're definitely using a very pessimistic eye. So I think, like I said, it's time to kind of find some moderation in the way you think about things, but also realize that whatever situation you're in mentally is something that you can get out of, and it's going to take you pushing yourself forward. It's going to take you trying to break out of this kind of prison that you found yourself in. And that means, that means meditation, that means therapy, that means practical exercises to get over this mindset, this fear of not being safe, because you deserve to feel safe. So let's see what your energy is as you end this day. What is your energy as you close this Thursday, February 21st, 2019? How are you going to close out this Thursday, for whoever this reading is meant for? And as always, thank you for being here. Thank you so much for your support. And if you do like these videos, please like and subscribe. And if you'd like a personal reading, there is a link in the description. And what else? Yeah, just thank you for being here. So what is your end of day energy? How are you going to close this Thursday? You have the Queen of Cups. And you have the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so I think at the end of this day, you're going to start thinking a lot more about what does matter to you. Like what's in your heart. You're going to start thinking a lot more about, how you're feeling emotionally, just kind of what's going on in your heart here, and where you want to go concerning those things, concerning whatever it is. But you're also, I think, going to need to spend some time reassessing how you're spending your energy, whether you're spending your money badly, or whether you're giving so much more energy to a job than you're being paid for, or whether you're giving a lot of energy to a job that you don't like, and maybe you are being paid well or you're not being paid well. Whatever it is, there's something in your life that you're putting too much energy into, that you're putting too much of your resources in. Like I said, could be spending, could be a job, could be time, could be listening to people, whatever it is. It could be helping someone move, and then they need you for this the next day, and then something else the next day, and then something else the next day, and you don't really feel like there's any any give and take in that relationship. It's just you doing the give, okay? Whatever it is, really consider where you're putting your resources, because at this point, you're not necessarily paying attention. You're not necessarily keeping very good track of how you're spending your time and your energy and your funds, and that is part of why you're in this horrible kind of uncomfortable position. This financial issue that you're suffering with is largely because you haven't been honest with yourself about where you're putting your resources. So really start to reevaluate that and really think about what matters to you, what's in your heart, what goals you want to set for yourself, and how you might try to achieve those. And as you're doing all of that, make sure that it's something that connects to your heart, that connects to your spirit. It makes you feel joy. It makes you feel like, this is me. This is what I want to do. This is what I enjoy doing. Okay, this matters to me, right? So think about what those things are, and think about how you're spending your energy now, and how that's kind of keeping you from achieving those things. All right, that is your energy for Thursday, February 21st, 2019. Thank you so very much for being here, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a beautiful night. Remember always that I love you. Bye.